Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of History Hobo Plays TimeGuessr, where I play TimeGuessr daily challenges. I thought I would be a little rusty yesterday after not playing for 9 days, but I got a pretty good score, so hopefully we can keep that going. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy the videos. Let's get into the game. Okay, here we go. Okay, we have World War II looking soldiers on the Champs-Élysées near the Arc de Triomphe by the looks of it. Is this the liberation of France? Could be. That would put us around 44. Champs-Élysées, where are you? Palace d'Élysée, Arc de Triomphe, here we go. Champs-Élysées, so we're not far away from it. We are on the tree-lined avenues. Probably around this kind of distance away. Sometimes a bit hard to tell perspective wise with these ones. Just looking at how many soldiers there are there, probably around here. Apologise if the sun is shining on my face today. It's a really annoying angle. I can't really do much about that. Yeah, I think that'll be a decent enough location. Okay, is this the liberation of France? Find it difficult to identify the soldiers' nations in World War II. It's a bit more tricky sometimes. But it looks like there could be American soldiers, either that or French. They don't look like Nazi soldiers. So I think we will go in 44. Let's go for that. 1944. 45 meters away, but we got a perfect score. So Allied soldiers lining up in front of the Arc de Triomphe during the liberation of Paris. Okay, decent start. Okay, we have a stadium. Alliance Stadium. Team-wise, it's an NFL team and it's a game. Is it the Super Bowl though, which might throw me off? This is the Seattle Seahawks by the looks of it. Yeah, I think that's the Seattle Seahawks colours. And that's the San Francisco 49ers. So that Super Bowl was... I think it is a Super Bowl. And I believe it was not that long ago. 2 years ago, maybe. Tom Brady was playing for the 49ers by this point. No, he wasn't. It's not the 49ers. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yeah, the similar colours. So it's Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So Tom Brady was playing for the Buccaneers after he played for the Patriots. And did he win the Super Bowl again with them? At least he did pretty well with them, even at his older age. It's a Rob Gronkowski shirt. Oh yeah, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This one's got a Green Bay shirt on, so although they're not in the game by the looks of it. Was it hosted in Green Bay? Possibly. I think this was a couple of years ago. We might be around 2022 here. I think we are post-COVID though. Just looking. So the cheese on the head, that is quite a Green Bay thing, I think. Although I can't remember actually where Green Bay play. I think I've got some German here. Is that German? Maybe not. I'm not sure. Munich. Oh, it's one of the European games, is it? Yeah, so it is German. So they do occasionally play in foreign countries. This looks more like an American stadium to me, but I'm not sure. Maybe Munich has a big stadium like this. Alliance Arena. Quite possible. Bit of a... I know they play one game in the UK every year, usually in London though. Would explain the mix of shirts, where in America you wouldn't likely have that much of a mix of shirts. I'm trying to think, when was Tom Brady still going with the Buccaneers. Was it more than 2 years ago? I don't think it would be pre-COVID, would it? It's possible. So Alliance Stadium in Munich. Can we find that? Okay, is this it? This looks more promising. Yes, Alliance Arena. Okay, we got there. I thought it was going to be an impressive stadium. It's going to be hard to tell which side of it we're on. Kind of walking straight to it. Does this look like a road, a public footpath? Are we elevated? It doesn't look like we're elevated. I can see some grass to our left. So we might be on these areas. Actually, looking at the angle of this, probably down here makes a bit more sense. We're a bit further away. Looking at the corner of it, I assume it says the Alliance here. Kind of works. So this kind of region, because we're at that kind of angle to the building. So hopefully that's not too bad. Now, was this... The cheese is a Wisconsin thing. That's what I remember. That's what it's from. The cheesehead things. Now, was this pre-COVID or post-COVID? Wasn't long ago. My dad would know this immediately. He follows the NFL much more than I do. I used to when I was younger, but not so much these days. Tom Brady maybe retired a couple of years ago, so maybe it is pre-COVID. Any clues? Very hard to tell because everyone's just wearing sports jerseys and things like that, NFL gear. And the modern shoes are not really easy to tell. Someone's dropped some litter here. I think I'll go... I'm going to hedge on 2021. Although I think I would see more masks at that time. So maybe 2019. Let's go for that. It was 2022. I was on the right. Yeah, that's stupid of me. Okay, so NFL fans arriving at the Alliance Arena in Munich for Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus Satellite Seahawks games. The Bucks beat the Seahawks 21-16. That was stupid of me. I had the right year when I changed it, and we were a bit closer. That looks fairly close to me, but it could be, considering the scale of the stadium. Okay, now we have some interesting 50s looking cars here. Immediately we are driving on the right here, although it looks one way. It's 3 lanes going the same direction. So it doesn't necessarily mean we are in the US, although it feels more US. Although Royal Furniture may mean Canada. Clark's men's and ladies wear could also be Australia and New Zealand if I can tell. It's hard to say immediately. Definitely American vehicles though. Hardware is more of an American saying. Can we see a currency? Is that 65 or is that $6? Not sure on that. Can we see what side the steering wheel is on? It's on the left side, so we are right-hand drive. So US Canada is more likely here then. Yeah, fits with the building style and the vehicles. Werner's. Any clue to the city or the state here? The number plates are all too blurry to really get a location off them. Oh yeah, so we are in Canada. Imperial Bank of Canada. Okay, so the Royal did make sense. And Bank of Montreal. Surprised Montreal considering how English everything is though. So I'm not sure if we're actually in Montreal or not. Because I would assume we'd have more French in that region. Is there any French visible? Canadian something there as well. If we're gonna be, this is gonna be a very difficult one. I would say we probably are obviously this side then, so maybe we're more Ottawa, or between Montreal and Ottawa, or close to Montreal. But looking at how much French there is here, we might be like somewhere like this, Hawkesbury. I'm gonna hedge between the two of Ottawa and here, just to hope that we're not too far away. Canada, you're never gonna get that many points unless you can pinpoint the city, and I don't see anything that suggests the city here. The cars well and truly do look 50s. Are there anything? There's a Beetle here though, so we might be late 50s. I think the Beetle came around in, I'm trying to remember again when it came out, but a lot of 50s cars. But yeah, late 50s, early 60s kind of work. This dress looks more 50s than 60s. Any clues on the outfits over here? Not really. No obvious dates. So I'm thinking we might be like 59 here. Could be a little earlier, 58. When did the Beetle come out? Probably around that time. I'm just looking to see if there's any more cars that look more modern than that. There are a lot of 50s cars here. This one looks more, slightly more modern, but it still has that 50s style to it. Let's go 58. It was 62, so I should have trusted my gut there. And where were we? Two women waiting to cross a road near Elliott Lake, Ontario. So it was way over here. Never would have got this location. Elliott Lake. I did not see anything that said Elliott Lake. Even if I did, I probably wouldn't have recognized that as a place name. Not terrible score for Canada. Always a points drain these rounds. Okay. Who is this gentleman? I don't recognize him. We have what looks like an is that Indonesian flag? Can't see the full flag there. Looking at the people, Indonesia would fit. Don't know who this gentleman is. I'm assuming some kind of political leader. Or royal, possibly. Yes, this is the Indonesian flag, often confused with the Monaco flag and the Polish flag, although I think the Polish flag's the other way around. But the people are definitely Asian origin. This writing also very much seems Indonesian. More than likely then we're going to be in Jakarta, given the size of the city. Fairly central Jakarta, quite modern. If you get it wrong in Indonesia again, you're going to lose a lot of points, but I don't see any clues to say that we're not in Jakarta here. So we'll have to go there. We want to be in a fairly modern area of the city. It's an absolutely massive place. I would say central Jakarta is more likely. Maybe it's like kind of business district. This kind of building works. Don't think it is here, but we'll go in this area. You're never going to pinpoint this unless you know the building. Now, when was this taken? We have point and shoot cameras here. Do we see any phones? A lot of point and shoots. That's an older iPhone. These are older Samsungs or Android phones at least. So this would place us around 2012 maybe. I always get this wrong with these phones. Some of these do look older though. I should learn my iPhones. That would be the most useful thing to know because they're usually the most common. I might do that actually, try and remember. That looks like an iPhone 4. This one's the more modern one. Is this the one that broke very easily, bent very easily? Maybe 2014 then? Could be about right. Let's go... 2014 sounds right to me. Let's go for it. Hopefully we're not a million miles away. 2014, yes. Indonesian President Joko Widodo greeting cheering crowds following his inauguration in Jakarta. I probably should have gone bang in the center there. That would have made more sense. But yeah, that's a decent score. Okay. Is that Queen Elizabeth? Believe it is. Dressed up in military uniform. Maybe wartime before she was queen. She looked quite young if it is her. So would this be during World War II again? Or is this just a tour where she's doing it? Well, this doesn't look like the UK, this background. This is going to be almost impossible to place then. Is the steering wheel is on the right, which is correct for the UK, but is she in territories? Is she in Australia or something like that? And is she already the Queen by this time? Is there any military thing on here that would suggest which country? I don't know my military uniforms well enough. This is going to be impossible. This is going to lose a lot of points. The year then, I'm going to assume she is Queen. I don't think they would have a posing like this during the war. During the war, she would have been probably too young. So I think this would be not long after she's become Queen, which was in 53. Now, where in the world is this? The background gives me more Australia vibes. It could be the UK. It could be. It's just very hard. Is this a tree or is this? Oh, it is just a tree. So I'm gonna have to go the UK. If it's Australia, I'm gonna kick myself. But it looks too hot to be England. But I can't really go anywhere else. If it's Australia, it's Australia. I'll get 0 points on location. I would think we maybe about Salisbury Plains then, just as there's a lot of military facilities around here. So we'll probably just go in this area. I could be a million miles off, but I'm not going to spend too much more time. There's no clues as to the location. Let's go for it. Oh, yes. But it was 45. Wow, she was a lot younger. So it was during just after the war. So Princess Elizabeth of York, later Queen Elizabeth, standing in front of the ambulance. An ambulance while serving as a mechanic for the Auxiliary Territorial Services. I guarantee she did not do any mechanics. Location was a bit closer towards London. Good location. Shame about the year there. I thought it would just be as she was Queen, but I suppose the uniform fits with World War II. I should have thought about that. Okay, not my best score today, but not terrible. Let's put that in. It's going to drag my average down, that's for sure. Okay, let's have a quick look at the breakdown. First round, perfect score in Paris. That was pretty damn easy, that one. Second one, the Alliance Stadium. Glad I saw the German there because I was thinking American Stadium. It looked big enough to be an American stadium. Next one was the Canada. Very difficult to get a good score on that. Then Indonesia, not too bad. Great year guess, perfect year. And then the last one, 9 years off. That's a shame. I should have thought that. I did say it could be World War II era, but it's hard to tell her age in that picture. Okay, I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.